What did you do with Big Chungus? We know you're the sus imposter, and I saw you vent in electrical.
Welcome to WatchMojoUK, and today we're looking at the cringiest ways politicians have tried and failed to use the internet.
Love me now, good time to give me a call. Don't stop me now.
Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos.
Number 10. The Matt Hancock App. We're going to be seeing Hancock a few times throughout this list, as few politicians are as good at being cringe. But one of his earlier blunders was launching this absolutely bizarre app for his constituency. It makes some sense, since he was the culture secretary for a while, and digital media comes under that remit. It was meant to be a way for him to communicate his activities with his constituents. Obviously, nobody used it, and the people who did use it were trolls trying to see if they could get banned.
Downing Street said the matter was closed. The front page of every single national newspaper suggests otherwise.
In 2023, following Hancock's rather unceremonious departure from public office, the app was shuttered for good. Rest in peace.
Ms. Coladangelo is an old friend of Mr. Hancock's from their time at Oxford University, and she's a former lobbyist.
Number 9. Traingate. In 2016, while leader of the Labour Party, Jeremy Corbyn found himself in hot water after posting a video online about a bustling Virgin train.
Problem that many passengers face every day on the trains, commuters and long-distance travellers. Today this train is completely ram-packed.
He was recorded sitting on the floor talking to the camera about how he hadn't been able to get a seat and that the privatisation of the railways was to blame. Real privatisation has few fans nowadays, but it soon came out that Corbyn had been disingenuous when CCTV was released proving that the train wasn't as busy as he'd said.
They say at 11:07, Jeremy Corbyn walked past empty, unreserved seats in Coach H. A minute later, he passed empty but reserved seats in Coach F.
He then countered this by saying he'd specifically been looking for 2 seats together so that he could sit with his wife, which was why he hadn't sat in any of the single available seats.
Reality is, there's not enough trains, we need more of them, and they're also incredibly expensive. Isn't that a good case for public ownership?
Number 8. Model buses.
I like to paint, or I make things.
This bizarre clip was posted online supposedly for a very specific reason, to manipulate Google search results. This was in an interview with Talk Radio that emerged in summer 2019, where Boris Johnson went into great detail about his hobby of making model buses. He talked about buses for a very long time indeed, and many people began to suggest that this was because of the Brexit bus controversy.
I have a thing where I make models of... when I was in Mayor of London, we built a beautiful... I make buses.
You make models of buses?
I make models of buses.
See, they're going to be in Downing Street.
So what I do... No, what I don't make models of buses, but what I make is...
This was when the Leave campaign's bus erroneously claimed that we were spending £350 million on the EU each week, which should instead fund the NHS.
So what I do... No, what I don't make models of buses, but what I make is... I get old... I don't know, wooden crates.
Yeah.
Right?
Clearly it didn't work, because the Brexit bus remains the most infamous bus Boris has ever been involved with. Number 7. Greg Knight.
When you vote in an election, you're doing 2 things. You're choosing who is your local representative, but you're also choosing a Prime Minister.
He's been the MP for East Yorkshire since 2001, and though this is a Tory safe seat, he really wanted to push the boat out for the 2017 general election. He ultimately won again, but was it as a result of this campaign video?
We want a strong and stable government, not a coalition of chaos led by Jeremy Corbyn.
It was posted online, and in it we see Knight very awkwardly walk into his campaign HQ, announce who he is to all the constituents who'd been voting him in for the past 16 years, and then let a song play.
And accountability with conservative delivery.
But this wasn't just any song, it was a campaign song, all about him, as the cameraman slowly walked towards one of his campaign signs on the wall.
Make sure this time you get it right. Vote for Greg Knight.
Truly, this was tragic. Number 6. Parkour. More Hancock, This was again during his tenure as Culture Secretary.
I've seen it on YouTube and it's amazing, but you never think that you can get involved.
He was trying to encourage kids to get into parkour back when it was in vogue, but if anything, this will put you off free running for life.
It's great fun and it's good exercise and you learn about your body and the environment that you live in.
He's embarrassing and absolutely rubbish at it, and this was the beginning of his long career of making a fool of himself on the internet.
I don't mind all of it except the opening bit about casual sex.
Okay, fine.
I haven't had casual sex with anybody.
Okay.
I fell in love with somebody.
Other choice moments include him appearing on a podcast to defend his notorious affair with one of his staffers, banging on about how he'd fallen in love and hadn't done anything that bad. And of course, there was a viral video of him at a Tory karaoke night. Number 5. Farage on Cameo.
Happy birthday, huge anus.
If you're charging 70 quid a pop for video messages, somebody's going to give you something embarrassing to say, especially if you're also controversial politician Nigel Farage. People pay him to say all kinds of things, and he's sent thousands of the videos via Cameo over the years.
And to play Mo Lester in pro clubs. Also, I hope your girls are doing well. Bit sus.
He had a notorious blunder where somebody tricked him into endorsing the IRA, but other clips include him outright insulting people for cash, including with highly offensive slurs. He's earned perhaps hundreds of thousands of pounds sending out the messages in recent years though, so we doubt he feels any shame at all.
I know that Bussy be so talented. It's doing cartwheels, but I don't care.
Number 4. Rachel Reeves.
Something's gone wrong with Rachel Reeves' new book.
Yes, bits of it appeared on Wikipedia before she wrote her book. And it made me...
This baffling scandal emerged in late 2023 when Shadow Chancellor Rachel Reeves published a book called The Women Who Made Modern Economics, but she soon got into trouble for plagiarising when it became clear that whole passages of the book were copied and pasted. They weren't even copy and pasted from other books either, but from Wikipedia.
But I'm pretty sure one of the first things we got told was, 1, don't plagiarise, and 2, certainly don't do it off bloody Wikipedia.
Yeah. Obviously this caused a storm, and Reeves was expected to apologise.
There's no contradiction between being fiscally responsible and wanting to support public services.
She did this in a very odd way by saying, quote, "If I'm guilty of copy and pasting some facts about some amazing women and turning it into a book that gets read, then I'm really proud of that." End quote. Number 3. Ed Balls. On the 28th of April 2011, Labour MP Ed Balls made internet history by tweeting his own name.
I've urged the Chancellor to change course. In recent months, the IMF have told him to change course. The Economist newspaper has told him to change course.
In the years since, the day has become known as Ed Balls Day to some social media users. People celebrate the occasion by also tweeting out their own names, including Balls himself, who regularly joins in. He also hasn't deleted the original tweet, and for its 10th anniversary in 2021, posted a picture of himself with a 10th birthday cake and a predictable caption.
I have to say, the Chancellor has finally come onto Twitter 5 years after me. Maybe you'll find out his plan's going to fail 5 years after I worked it out.
It's widely believed that this blunder happened because Balls was searching for his own name on the platform, an embarrassing thing to be doing, even if he has run with it. Number 2. The Comeback Kid.
Good to see you. You've done very well. Good to see you.
Thank you.
Brilliant.
Thank you.
Yes, it's Matt Hancock yet again. In the wake of the Kissgate scandal, Hancock disappeared until making a return to political life with this iconic comeback video in September 2021. It's certainly one of the cringiest things you'll ever see, as he tours his constituency of West Suffolk to get to know the electorate.
Big fan.
Oh, that's kind of you to
Always.
say.
No,
yeah.
not at all. You
Yeah.
deserve it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Most people were still angry at Hancock for his handling of the pandemic at this point, but most of those he speaks to in the clip have pity for him more than anything.
Everything now, infection control.
Oh, do you?
I do.
Oh my God, you're fantastic!
It's all very awkward, and he's not even facing the camera for half of it. No wonder the video was soon deleted. Number 1. Nadine Dorries rap.
This is how we're improving online safety. The UK is passing some new legislation to make the internet safer for the younger generation.
She's embarrassed herself plenty of times on national television, but as Hancock's successor to the role of Culture Secretary until her resignation from the Cabinet in 2022, she's also tried to engage with internet culture.
Effectively a framework to protect internet users from scams, illegal content and anonymous abusers.
She released a rap on TikTok to explain the intricacies of the online safety bill, which aimed to force social media giants to take child welfare more seriously. It's an important mission, but maybe somebody should have realised this was a terrible idea from the beginning.
Is it true it will impact freedom of expression? No, we put in legal protections in the 19th section.
Somebody even used the Steve Buscemi "How do you do, fellow kids" meme as visuals in the clip, as Nadine tries to make government policy rhyme in a compelling way.
Another thing we're doing through the laws we're passing is tackling online crime and cyber flashing.
Let us know in the comments which MPs you think shouldn't be allowed online.
I'm alright. Nice to be out and about.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from WatchMojoUK and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.